Hey guys, another beautiful day in the beautiful life. Yeah, I spent the whole day at the beach. So if I am looking burnt, that I am burnt. But anyways, I hope you are having a beautiful day or night wherever you are in the world. I hope you're taking care of yourself because you are the most important investment. I hope you're safeguarding your energy, safeguarding your peace, and yeah, just cutting out the tomfoolery that people or life often tries to deliver to our doorstep. Yeah, it's simple as saying no thank you. No thank you to that. No thank you to anything that's going to weigh me down or fool me or take away from my peace. I hear my cat. It's meowing. Did you hear that? Yeah. Maybe, maybe not. Yeah, so today's video, I was just thinking about it. I was driving and I was thinking like if you're like confused about life and you're confused about like things that are going on in your life, I'm here to remind you that your soul knows what it needs in order to, I want to say, kind of like yeah, your soul knows. Your soul wants you to experience certain things or certain people or certain experiences so that you can come back to yourself. That's pretty much it, you know? Um, that's why, like in a lot of videos, I say I don't take things too seriously because everything's so momentary. I mean, if you get attached to all these moments, it's kind of like somebody who hoards things in their house. It just gets really like blocked up and congested. So yeah, for me, it's just like I savor and enjoy every moment despite what shows up. I may not like it, but then at the same time, I'll enjoy it and then I'll release it. I'll receive it and release it, receive it and release it, receive it and release it. Yeah, that way you don't like clog up your energy field or your energy body. Yeah. Um, and that's the surest way I feel to remain in a state of flow, you know? Um, just imagine a river, there's rocks and there's things that kind of like are in the way, but the water just kind of flows around everything despite what it encounters and despite what it touches. Yeah. Again, just remember nothing is personal. And if you're on the same leg of the journey that I'm on, like peace is my priority. If it's not bringing me peace, it's going to peace out, period. Like, no, thank you. I don't want that. And yeah, keep on keeping on. So the other day I was driving to work and I had this really like knotted like tension and the pain was radiating from my back into my chest area. And I don't know. Like I said, I've been practicing non-reaction and detachment to some degree, to a high degree, and I recognized that there was a like tension in my back, like a knot. The pain was radiating, but instead of complaining, instead of straining, I just kind of like breathed into it. I kind of like relaxed despite feeling the discomfort, and I breathed into it. And I accepted that I had the pain. I didn't react to it, and I just kind of allowed it to release on its own, and it did. And that's kind of like how life is. If you operate in such a way, if you've retrained your brain to operate in such a way, I just feel like not taking things personally, um, being less reactive to things. So like even like fear and worry, it's like catch yourself. It's like if you're feeling fear or worry, catch yourself and make a choice to release that. It's like what am I worrying about? What am I afraid of? And just kind of like release that so that you can find your center point, your balance point, and you can like become like peace amidst chaos. You know what I mean? You are the eye of the storm. You know, even though there's like a lot of things going on around you, you can still remain grounded. You can still remain very centered, balanced, and peaceful despite like what's going on around you, you know? And then you create containers for everything. Yeah, this is just like a recap of like how to deal with life. And then, okay, so I was driving, I was feeling this pain, and I don't know what came over me, but I started like thanking the pain. I know this sounds really like counterintuitive, but I was like, you know what? Thank you. Thank you for, allowing me to feel this pain right now. And thank you when I don't feel pain, thank you for everything, you know? Thank you for thank you for fear, thank you for peace, thank you for sadness, thank you for happiness, thank you for chaos, thank you for peace, thanking everything, because everything exists in this world and everything has a purpose because your soul wants to experience it. Your soul wants to know. That's why we're here. That's why we are in these bodies. That's why we are choosing the people we encounter. We're choosing the places we reside in, the experiences we want to have, even like, and it's funny while I was like saying these like, little, um, while I was giving gratitude in my mind, like the song, I don't know if you guys know this song. This African boy sings this song about thank you for sunshine, thank you for rain, thank you for joy, thank you for pain. It's a beautiful day. Have you heard of this song? Yeah, that song literally fucking played right after I said that like right after I gave thanks to like everything. Yeah, it was just really like synchronistic for sure. And yeah, so like I said, everything is so momentary. Like if you can retrain your brain to let go of things and receive things in equal measure, like life will be so much more, I want to say easier, easier to like um move through, I suppose. I don't know if I'm making sense. But yeah, and then I was thinking about like all the people I encountered up until now, all of the experiences I've had up until now. And, so thankful because like your soul knows what it wants to experience so that you can remember who you really are. That's what I was trying to get to. Your soul wants to have all of these experiences so that you can remember who you are. It's almost like activation points. Like if you didn't encounter particular people, particular situations, and they didn't activate particular emotions in you, would you ever get to a point where you like became more self-aware? Like for me, like I know like everybody is in like different levels and stages of soul development. Um what I mean by soul development is like knowing themselves, but I think everything is just as it's supposed to be, and it's absolutely perfect. Even when you encounter a rude person, and even if you react to that, that this all happens so that you can remember who you are, you know? And I don't know, it's so multifaceted and there's so many like different dimensions and timelines. Like I said, you can't really take anything too seriously. Like right now, I'm talking to you and it seems like I'm awake. But when I close my eyes, I'm going to travel off to another like dimension of reality and experience something completely different, That's why we have dreams, you know? But yeah, I don't know. It's just so, it's like I'm trying to explain something that's, I'm not even like touching on what I'm trying to say. It's just so like infinite and expansive. Like my words can't even touch what I'm trying to describe, like what I feel right now and what I can see in my mind, it's like almost indescribable, you know? So yeah, if I don't know, like for instance, I think before you were born, and and keep an open mind here. Before you were born, you definitely was like, I want to know how it feels to have my heart broken. I want to know how it feels to be betrayed. I want to know how it feels to, you know, be famous or be poor, or I want to feel I want to experience all these things, and I want to experience them. I want to feel them. I want to move through them. I want to, you know, and like I said, they're all activation points, because at some point, and I don't know if you guys agree or disagree, I've hit like really low lows in life, and it definitely had me down on my knees, and it had me like questioning things, and that's where like the activation point was discovered or unlocked. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, you wouldn't. I don't know. It's all very beautiful. It really is. Just like that song that I heard on the radio. And there's so much to be grateful for. There's so much to enjoy. I mean, like seriously, like reading the words in books and actually experiencing it from a first-hand experience is completely different. Like you can read as much books, watch as much videos as you want, but to experience it firsthand, you know, and then just live in like complete acceptance of everything just as it shows up, just as it is. Some moments are harder than others, but like just knowing that you're here and you've made it up until now, despite everything you've been through, is really powerful. I actually came across a video that was talking about how we are all powerful and divine beings, and we wanted to experience what it felt like to give our power away. And if that doesn't resonate with you, then I don't know what to say, because that totally made something like click. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So we are powerful and divine beings, and we wanted to experience what it felt like to give our power away, you know? And this goes back to like a story that I have about a conversation that I had with a friend. And I don't know, I have a couple of friends, and we had these conversations where we were talking about being world weary. And I think like if you asked me 3 years ago, I would have been like, man, I want to get the fuck out of here. Like this place like sucks, and I'm over it. I'm tired. But if I were to revisit this conversation now, which I did with a friend, I was telling my friend, like, dude, what if we were like in a dimension where there was no hard work, there was no confusion, there was only peace, and we got bored, you know? And we decided, like, yeah, let's go to Earth. Let's go and experience like duality, Let's go and experience like what it feels like to feel all of the different emotions and experience all the different flavors and sounds and tastes, and you know what I mean? And, now that we're here, it's just like we forgot that we chose to come here, and we're complaining or we're afraid. I mean, what are we complaining about? What are we afraid of? You know? Yeah, I feel like we chose. And whether you believe it or not, but this resonates with me. We did choose the family of origin. We did choose the location. We did choose to like contractually um, meet different souls on our journey, and in order to activate us, that's all it is. It's soul activation. And I want to say I apologize in advance, because I know I have a tendency to ramble until I get to my point, but I don't know. why do that. Maybe I'm like warming up. But yeah, it's all about like the soul already knows what it wants to experience. It's all about soul activation, remembering who you are. Um, and life is beautiful, you know, all aspects of it. When I look back on my life, and I often do, I think about all the people that I've encountered that have made like the deepest impressions on me, and whether it be good or bad. And I can only bow deeply in gratitude to these people because they have helped me to remember who I am, you know? But, anyways, if you learned something from this video, cool. If you didn't, that's cool too. Um, I know sometimes I'll post videos, and I may have mentioned this before. Sometimes I'll post videos, I'll go back and watch them, and I'm like, damn, I really don't want this to be publicized. So, again, nothing personal. There's times where I will like privatize videos because I'm just like, yeah, I don't want that to be out there. Like in that moment, it seemed like a good idea, but now I'm like, I'm good. Anyways, stay well. Um, be happy, guys. It's a beautiful life, you know? And despite all the storylines and all the manuscripts that are floating around and all the opinions and all the perspectives and all the projections, just stay true. Stay true to you, you know? A lot of the stuff isn't even yours. So put it down, you know? Anyways, blessings to one and all. Amen.